Let's go. Start out 1 minute early. We're back and we're early. What's even happening? So much stuff to tell you guys about Gen Con, and man, it was a doozy once again. Got to see the most people ever. Most people. It still continues to be crazy. People just stop me and be like, "Hey, love DC20." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, what?" I'm like, I'm buying my kids freaking foam swords, and then I bought a bunch of foam swords, and then I get stopped and I'm like, "Hey, I love DC20." I'm like, "Oh my god!" It was all over the place. You guys were there. It was so cool, so cool. Probably sent out a notification to Discord. Oh, I just did send out the Discord notification. So we got it. Heck yeah. Oh, so somebody in the emojis said CD02 instead of DC20. I love it. New game name, CD02. Just jumble it around. That is yeah. So I have a little list in front of me of the different things that I wanted to kind of give you guys a recap on, and then we're gonna go right into a Q&A. I don't want to do a whole stream of a recap, but I am gonna recap it for you guys and then jump to the Q&A. So hold your questions, and then we'll jump right into it. So man, it feels good to be back. It really does feel good to be back. Being able to chat with you guys and do these things. So let's freaking go. All right. You still didn't see her live. I had to click on the Discord link for the stream. Oh, interesting. That's weird. No, everything looks good on my end as far as all my buttons that I can see. It's been a while. Maybe the stream's having to get some rust off. So heck yeah. Nice to be back. Nice to be back too, Daryl. Thank you. C2D0? I don't know if that's a better name. Oh man. But hey, we'll do the recap. People can watch the recap if they want, and then maybe by the time people roll in, they'll be here for the Q&A. So anyway, here is the rundown of Gen Con. Hydration check. Hopefully my wife's not watching because this is her water. I stole it before the live stream, so maybe she'll have to get some hydration checks in after. But here we go. So first thing, the shirt. Check it out. I do have some yogurt from my 2-year-old on it, but the new shirt. Can you see? Yeah, there we go. Super cool. We got the center one, and then we got the one on with the pocket chest. I met up with my guy that makes the shirts, and got me a bunch. I was like, oh man, these are pretty nice actually. Like that was what I was really looking for. I was like, are these good shirts? Or are these like those super stiff ones? They're like cardboard. No, I actually love this shirt. And a lot of people I saw at the con were rocking some DC20 shirts too. So that was pretty cool too. So heck yeah, they're still on the website. It's like a whole thing now. It's like a whole, we have merch. So it's there. There we go. What happens if Asa stays in Vegas? Heck no. I'm going to tell you guys everything. Vanessa loves her shirt. Let's go. That's awesome. The video is unlisted. Tag below the video. It's probably that unlisted. It's unlisted. You're so right. Oh my gosh. It's unlisted. Wait, you're so right. How do I edit that? All right, edit. Details. Unlisted. It should be public. Save. That's why. Oh, okay. So I'm going to copy that link then. There we go. I did mess up. Everyone. I messed up the live stream link. Here it is. Get in here. All right, there we go. That's why it was unlisted. You're so right. Oh my gosh, that's why. I was like, man, we have 72 people here. That's all right. I guess it's been a while. So, but yeah, there we go. So here we go. Welcome back, Coach. Good to have you back in the saddle. Yeah, back in the. Let's go. All right. So heck yeah. Is it patron only tonight? No. Tomorrow morning is the patron only live streams. So, and I'm excited for that too, man. It was just good. It is good to be back. It's good to be back. So here we go. Here's how Gen Con went. I got the shirt merch, and I also got, and this is cool. This is the finalized Kickstarter dice set for DC20. Official. These are the ones that are shipping out. This is a one full set of the purple dragon scale metal DC20 dice. They are done. They are completed. We dial it in for the last literal year of like colors and this and that and mixes and matches and this color, that color, 2 colors, 1 color. So we got them secured and approved. I have officially 100% approved the there it is, the there you go, Die Hard dice, and there is the tin. It's not a sticker. It's not a sticker. It's on there. Yep. So yep, we got the whole deal on there. It's not perfect size. Here we go. Open it up. Now I'm gonna open it up in the way that y'all will see it whenever y'all. Here we go. Here we go. Open. Get the light in there. Okay, here we go. All right. Oh, okay. Oh, is not enough light. Okay, okay, here we go. I'm not very good at Vanna White situation. Okay, so boom. There's all the dice. We got the 4 D20s up top, and all the rest of your dice right here. We got the D4, D4, D6, D8, D10, D12, all there. Heck yeah. So yeah, we got all the dice. Oh yeah, that's a good shot right there. The dragon scales. There's the dragon scales. The 6, you can see it really good on the 6 right there. Rich, vibrant purple, all the dragon scales, all 20, all 20s, baby. So yeah, that's the set right there, baby. That's the DC20 set. So cool. Yeah. So I love this because when I play DC20, I'm like, okay, well, I want to get 2 sets, so I have advantage, but I need some more D20. So like, this is what I would rock. Like right now, I'd be like, want to play? I'm ready to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got all your D20s you need, right? 4 D20s, 4 action points. I don't know. I think it's freaking awesome. So there we go. That's super exciting. I'm telling you guys. I would rock those 2. Heck yeah. Order to set. Purple's awesome. Gotcha. Love them. The dragon scales are super sick. Love the dragon scales. Did you vlog the convention? I did not vlog the convention. I thought about doing a live stream at the convention or something, but it just felt too YouTuber-y or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm too old for that now. Shoot, man. I don't know. Penguin dice. I'm going to have to get some like penguin dice with like a purple swirl in there maybe. Okay. And then, Depilla 100, welcome to the team. Thanks for joining. Let's go. 12 months already. Time flies. Dustbreaker. Whew, you're right. Time flies. It's already been, and the next 12 months is gonna fly again. So heck yeah. Frederick, welcome back. Oh yeah, got you. Yeah, I see you, Frederick. Yep. So here we go. I still got some more stuff to tell you guys, right? Now. Oh, also note on the dice. The prototype is now done and official, and now I'm talking about when we make them and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if I want to make them now or like wait till closer to when the book's finished. I'm probably gonna wait because I don't want them to just sit in the warehouse, you know what I'm saying? So once we get closer to the launch day of the actual book, then they'll be ready. But everything's done. Everything's done. Like the colors, the SKUs, the color samples, the pour methods, all that stuff, right? So heck yeah. So next thing on the docket. Yeah, I got to meet Matt Mercer. I think I sent a video to patrons talking about it, and I posted a picture on Discord. But I was able to meet Matt Mercer, which was insane, absolutely insane. Where's the picture at so I can actually prove that it happened? I have another thing. So here we go. Let me turn the brightness up so that we can make sure y'all see. Boom. Me and Matt Mercer. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm rocking the DC20 shirt. Boom. People's reaction, first of all, is they're like, are you really tall or is Matt really short? I'm 6'4", so I'm very tall. That's why is the people that always get wrapped up in that. But yes. So the story. Did I play a game with him? No, but I gave him a hard time for it. It's me, Liam. YouTube randomly changed my name. Oh, Liam. That's strange. What's up, Liam? Love you, Coach Wife, and I say hi. What's up, Joseph? Maybe your name got changed too on YouTube because that looks like Joe. Interesting. Truly a coach. Yep. Basketball, volleyball, pole vaulting. You get the idea. So Here's oh, this was crazy. So every year they do this like YouTube influencer meetup thing where it's at a certain bar in a certain place and all this stuff, and you have to be on a list and you have to be invited. It's this whole thing, right? I got in early because I knew Start Playing Games. Devin from Start Playing Games, like I knew him and we had talked, and he has great vision and passion. Start Playing Games has exploded now, so he hosts it every year. So I got in early and somehow I'm invited, right? So I'm walking around and I just, like I didn't see Colby yet from D4 Deep Dives. I was looking for Zack, Zack the Bold, right? I had some people I was looking forward to see it and they just weren't there yet. And I was like, man, you know what? At the time, I had a game with Brendan Lee Mulligan the next day. Like the next day I was going to play with Brendan Lee Mulligan and I didn't have everything dialed in, because you could imagine if you're game prepping for a game with Brendan Lee Mulligan, you're never done. You could always make it better because it will never be perfect, right? So Trent Monk doesn't go. Trent Monk doesn't go to Gen Cons. So there's that. There's a lot of people I want to meet up but didn't go. Bob World Builder didn't go this year. He went last year and I gave him a hard time for it. I was like, where you at, man? You're missing out. Anyway, I'm like about to leave because I had a game with Brendan the next day. And so I was like, all right. So I literally ordered an Uber. And I was sitting upstairs. I like went upstairs like an antisocial eagle. I was just like perched up at the top and I was just like waiting there and like looking around. And then comes in. I was like, there's Zack the Bold. I was like, oh, there's Zack. What's up? I gotta go say hi to Zack. And so I'm about to get up and go down to Zack, and walking in with Zack is Matt Mercer, because they had just played some like Daggerheart and some Magic the Gathering stuff together. And I was like, oh my gosh, like it's Matt Mercer walked in, and I have not yet met Matt Mercer. I had not yet met Matt Mercer, and he was one of my last ones on my bucket list of things. And if you don't remember this too, from Alexander's Almanac, in Alexander's Almanac, this picture is published in Alexander's Almanac. It is a picture of my biggest influences as being a YouTuber. Matt Mercer's The Game Table, Brendan Lee Mulligan's The Werewolf, because that's his favorite NPC. Dale from Monarch Factory, Luke Hart, DM Lair, and Professor Dungeon Master's Deathbringer. That's the table, and I've met every single one of them in real life except Matt Mercer. So I was like, oh my gosh, I have to go meet him. So then now there's this like awkward, you're like standing around him as people take turns talking to him, but you don't want to look like you're lingering, but you are absolutely hovering and lingering. So that was funny to be a part of. So then I'm in my head, I'm like, I gotta try and like I don't think he understands. Like, I don't think he knows who I am. You know what I'm saying? I definitely don't think that. And I wanted to like stand out in some way. I'm not just a fan that like, oh, I watch Critical Role. You know what I'm saying? Like it's way more than that. So the three things I hit him with just to try and like shake him up or leave an impression on him, you know what I mean? Just to truly impact him in a way that was like, and thank him in a big way. Right. Jenny D. I saw Jenny D, gave her a hug. We've met before last year. It was when we first met. But it was brief. She was talking to some people. And I have talked to Jenny D's Dungeon Master about DC20, but that's another tangent. Okay. I also met Pointy Hat. Distracted. Focus. Okay. So I'm next to talk to Matt Mercer, and now it's my turn. So I came in with a big handshake. I gave him a big handshake. I was like, Matt, I just want to give you a big handshake. I'm going to try and make this quick because I'm going to cry. You're going to make me cry. He's like, oh, what? And it's just as a timeout, the most genuine person. And I know he like comes across like that in an interview, but like in person, like just every bit genuine. Like he was like, I felt like he was listening to what I was saying. And he is Matthew Mercer. You know what I'm saying? Like crazy. And he is just so present and genuine. Insane. Anyway, so I'm talking to him, shook his hand, and I was like, all right, you're actually credited and published in a book I published. You are credited in research, and I pulled up the PDF right there. I was like, there you are, Matt Mercer. I referenced your tally point experience system and your resurrection system. Your resurrection system is genius. And I like threw out some compliments, and I tried to give him a compliment that, like, if you know game design and rules and all that kind of stuff, and you get a compliment from a fellow person that like sees why it's good, instead of just like, what a cool idea, and like a surface level compliment, I tried to give like a deep digging compliment. So hydration check, thank you. And like, he's like, oh, thank you. I really does. Oh yeah, so he had like a big thank you, and I was like, okay, we're not done yet. I got more for him. And then I wanted to razz him a little bit, so I was like, and the other people here, I was like, last year, where were you, man? I played with Brennan and Abria. I played a game of DC20 with Brennan. Because I had said to him, I feel like in some ways that you've inspired me. Oh, this is the part that I started tearing up on. So I wanted to thank him, and I just said, I want to thank you in a bigger way than I know how, but I'll give it my best shot. You impact people more than you realize. I started to talk to him about how he's influenced me to become a better dungeon master and more inspired and outside the box and more confident. He went and took a risk, starting Critical Role and doing all that stuff with all the whole cast of Critical Role. He went and launches. He's like they're launching their own game. They're taking these big swings, and I said I have done the same, and I'm now providing for my family, and that is also thanks to you. So I got choked up in saying that about like thanking him for not just being entertaining and all these other things, but like you've inspired me to then take risks and also take those big swings and big risks. And now I'm providing for my family and able to do all these things. And you are a huge boon to that. And I got choked up in saying that. I started tearing up, and then he started tearing up, and then he gave me the big bear hug and everything like that. So super crazy. And it was, I really wanted him to just feel thanked, right? And then I tried to cut off the tears. I was like, and where were you yet last year? Because I played because I said I made my own game. You made Dad I made my own game, DC20, and I showed him a shirt. I was like, but where were you last year? Because I played DC20 with Brennan and Abria. I ran a game for him. It was insane. You could have been there. We would have like summoned Exodia, and it would have been a whole thing. All three of you at one table. I probably would have passed out and wouldn't been able to run the game. But so we laughed about that. And he's like, wait, really? You played with Brennan? And he's like, They told me about some game that they played. And so Matt Mercer had not heard of me. He did not know who the dungeon coach / Alan was. And he did not necessarily know DC20, but he knew of a game that Brennan and Abria played and that they liked. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, I'll take that. There you go. Right. So that was funny and amazing. And that was a huge moment to make Matt Mercer cry. In a good way, and to just thank him for what the impact he's had on us, right? So crazy, right? And then and I also had said that I'm playing with Brennan tomorrow, but that is actually the bad news that fell through. Is the game with Brennan did fall through. He actually canceled multiple things, so it wasn't just me, or it wasn't like, oh, let's just not do DC20. So it was a genuine like big cancellation. He was sick, under the weather, and that happened on Friday, and the next day is when he announced that he was going to be the game master of Campaign 4 of Critical Role. So he kind of had a big day that he was trying to save up for. So understandable that he was not able to do that. And me and Brennan, I haven't said this yet, me and Brennan have a rain check for 1 month from yesterday. So September. In September, we're gonna have a call, and we're gonna talk about some stuff. So we rain checked to that, and then I'll give him a hard time for not playing DC20 and all that kind of stuff. But I don't even know what kind of stuff he's got going on now. That's insane. So there's the bad news, good news with Brennan, and then that was the craziest whole bit. So I did talk to Pointy Hat, or not Pointy Hat. Pointy Hat's human familiar. I met the human familiar. I did not see Pointy Hat, the actual hat, right? Although I saw a lot of merch of Pointy Hat floating around. But yeah, I got to meet the human familiar. Super awesome to see that. And even just like hearing his voice, he has like that iconic, awesome voice. Hearing that in person was really cool. Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome to meet him. And I kind of bumped elbows. I was able to tell him, I was like, I think your world building is unmatched. I think he's the best world builder that I've spoken with. So I tried to give him that specific compliment just to really, like, I genuinely think he's the best world builder. And I asked him I was like, please be a part of DC20's world building. Oh my God, please. But we'll see what happens with that. So yeah, that was crazy. And then I got to meet pretty much, me and Will met multiple times, D&D shorts. I met Professor Dungeon Master again. I'd met all these people multiple times, but I got to see them all again, except for Bob World Builder. He freaking skipped the whole thing. And yeah, so that was awesome. And then the last two things, DC20 related things, is I was, all this I'm doing. I did like a booth signing, and I'm doing all of this. I'm going all over the place. Oh, I did play for the first time officially in a game ran by some other game master. I did play D&D 2024. I played D&D 2024. It was a 4-hour session. I did a whole thing. I had a character. I was a rogue. I played D&D 2024. And that's probably the last time I'll play D&D 2024. We'll end on that one. But anyway, some exciting news is I was also bipping and bopping around, and there was a DC20 game going on, right? There was a DC20 game going on, and Dreamweaver, one of the moderators here, his name's Scott. I've met Scott every single year. I met him the first year I ever went, and the next year, and the next year. He's a champion. He ran 4+ games of DC20, and then I logged all of his games. They were all full, but I logged them all, and then I was like, you know what? Actually, I could walk over to that game. So I walked over to one of the DC20 games going on, and I crashed the game. It was so fun. I saw the room number. I went in there. I kind of was like, hey, what's going on here, guys? But what was so funny is I crashed the table, right? And there's like 6-7 people sitting around the table with Scott, and they're like making characters, and he's teaching them the rules and stuff. And like I went around the table, and there wasn't like any sort of like, oh hey, it was just like some dude was like walking at the table, and I talked to Scott, and I was like, I didn't want him to like introduce me or anything like that. I just wanted to lay low. I was like, no. So it felt like this like really funny undercover boss type moment where like the creator of the game is standing here watching these people play tested at Gen Con, right, and like make characters for the first time, right? So it was super funny to then just kind of walk around. And I remember there's this one guy, and he was talking to like another player that was right next to him, and like Scott was working with a different player. They're all just making characters, having cool ideas. There was like a might-based sorcerer, and there was all these different other cool build things they were doing. And this one player asked another player like, well, with skill points, like whenever you do this, it works like this, right? And they're like, I don't know, let's ask Scott. I was like, no, you're absolutely right. That's how it works. You just get, you can even do this with trades too. You can mix and match here. You can do whatever. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, awesome. Yeah, I'll run that by Scott. I was like, yeah, respect for paying, homage to your dungeon master, but he didn't even know that I was like actually he was like double checking it with Scott. So that was funny. And then I hung out for about like 20 minutes or so, and then just kind of like listen to everybody's build and everybody's character stuff and all stuff. And then when it was time for me to go, I left, and then Scott said, "Oh yeah, by the way, this is the dungeon coach. He's the creator of DC20." And they're like, "Wait, what?" And it was funny because they didn't know who I was, because the people at the table were all pretty much people who were signed up by their friend, like their friend who plays DC20. They went to Gen Con with that friend, and then their DC20 playing friend made them sign up for the intro to DC20. And that was like multiple people that were like that. It was hilarious. I loved it. That was one of my favorite moments, crashing that game. So that was awesome. And then the final moment, and I'll get to read all the super chats. The final moment is DC20 level 4 PvP Battle Royale. We threw it down. We threw down a battle royale. I actually partnered up with Duskbreaker Scott. It was me and him versus my assistant Sky. Skylar from Discord. He's my assistant, and my assistant's girlfriend Grace. Awesome person. They were both ready to go. I was absolutely ready to kill both of them. And then me and Scott, and then Ralorus Maps and his squad. He had like 4 people there. And I've played with these people for years as well. Even back in the day, me and Ralorus have played back at Gary Con 3 years ago. We played DC20 at the first ever show in DC20. So Ralorus is a true OG, and we played, right? But we threw down a 2v2v2v2. So 4 teams of 2, 8 player, 4 teams of 2, PvP Battle Royale. It was amazing. What just happened? Brandon, Brandon gifted 50 Dungeon Coach memberships. I gotta talk, Brandon. Should we tell them the secret, Brandon? Brandon, at the Dungeon Coach, so I can see you message me at the Dungeon Coach. Tell me if I should tell them this cool secret that's going on that we're cooking up, or should I wait? I'm not gonna say unless one of the Bardic Aggravation people. If any of y'all say yes, tell them. I will, but I'm not gonna do it until I get confirmation from you guys. But thank you, dude. 50 giving memberships, and I'm gonna come back and get all the rest of the chats that I'm missing here too. Okay, so wait. Okay, there's Liam. Wait, he changed his name, but that's so crazy. Anyway, teasing us. Oh, just wait. Name drop the story, even though I wasn't there. Okay, so then in this PvP battle royale, I'll share the build that I made with y'all. It was basically, I was a bard, and I took my level 2 talent to pick up Cleric's Divine Blessing, and I took my level 4 talent, it was level 4, to pick up Sorcerer Overload. So I was like casting buffs and like defensive and like staying back, and then when it was time to go, I was like ramping some things to get ready to do some big damage, but it's a PvP, so I was trying to like lay low and like play cautious and like let people start to clash. And then I overloaded and did a divine blessing first, and I was like, I just want to do a prayer of like, I want to make sure everybody's okay, and I want to make sure that please let everybody survive and everything like that. And then I did a blessing of destruction, which adds 3 damage to the spell that you use it on, right? So I did a blessing of destruction for 3 more damage, and then I did an overload the next turn for a +5 to all my spell checks. So I'm overloaded with this blessing, and then I got up to the top area, and then at the start of my next turn, I did a guiding bolt with advantage, and I pumped it with an extra man. Like I did everything I possibly could. And then like Kamehameha mega blasted. I think I hit for like 10 damage or 10, 11 damage. I don't know. Big, huge blast to like this flying angel of death person. And I did that like 2 times, and they're blasting me back with like arrows and stuff. And we had this like this mega battle going on. It was amazing. It was epic. And it was a blast, but I had to end it early because I had to get going. So we ended up doing like who has the most health situation, but it was great. It was epic. It was so much, but the PvP actually was fun. I was like, let's see if this. I'm not trying to balance DC20 around PvP. That's not the central focus. But it worked, and it was pretty fun. So heck yeah. Oh, let's go. Bardic Aggravation said you may share. All right, so I'm going to continue the story, and there's something big coming. Something big coming. All right. It was a blast, a 10 damage blast. Yeah, it was a blast. That's fun. All right. So here's something crazy that's coming coming down the pipeline. In about 1 month, I am being flown out, which sounds crazy to say. Bardic Aggravation is a YouTube channel if you don't know about them. Bardic Aggravation is crazy. They already super chat every single month, and they like drop memberships and all these things. They're their own YouTube channel, and they are wild supporters of DC20, and they just keep doing all these things. And on top of all of that, Bardic Aggravation, we chatted in some DMs. They are going to fly me and my family out to Michigan, because they're based in Michigan, and my wife's family lives in Michigan. So they're flying us out to Michigan, putting us up in an Airbnb near them, right? And we are going to film some DC20 content together, while I'm also simultaneously having like a family vacation. So not only are they like flying me out there, paying for it to do the, it's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It's so mind-blowing to me to have this happen. This is weird. You know what I'm saying? I did not think I would be, it's just crazy. It's just, I don't even know how to wrap my head around it. And I'm so thankful and grateful. And this is just a cool thing to do. So heck yeah. But what are we going to do? I was like, it's you guys. Their pitch to me is I am going to be a player in a mini DC20 campaign that they're going to post on their channel. They have like leveled up, stepped up all of their stuff. It's like a whole setup, not like the whole like one camera and like one center, like whatever unprofessional thing. It's like fully legit setup with everything. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm excited. I am going there to play with them in person. I'm going to be a player. I don't know if I want to announce my player yet. I don't know if I want to announce my character yet. But very excited. Very exciting. So I'm going to be a player in DC20. It's a 0.9.5 is what we're playing. It's a level 3, and it's going to be like a mini, like 3-shot type of little mini campaign. And yeah, so we'll see how that goes. And I'm going to be a player, and Brandon is the one game mastering it. So that'll be crazy. I'm super excited for that. So yeah, I don't know if they're going to film a session 0. We're going to do, I think, like a call session. I don't think we're going to, we might film it. I don't know. But it's 100% their call. I'm just, this is a cool thing in general. So heck yeah. The end of the forever DM era. I see you, Zio. But that also is another cool thing to say there. Lizzie says, congratulations. Sounds awesome. Oh, thank you, Joseph. Thank you, Lizzie. Let's go. Yeah, so that's awesome, and y'all will see that. I'll of course post, when that video goes live, to be able to see that, and y'all just get to see me be a player for the first time, like of a recorded video or whatever. So heck yeah, it's crazy. I already have a build. I already know my class. I already have some talent. I know exactly what I'm gonna. It's gonna be so sick. Hydration check. Thank you. Cute little cup. All right, so perfect timing. We're at the halfway point. Let's go. Let's do some Q&As now. So if you have a question, do a hashtag question, ask your questions, and then I'll see if I can get to those questions, because we have so many super chats to get through. Thank you guys. Y'all are coming back strong. Yeah, Lee, it's changing y'all's name is what I see you guys as. It's weird. I don't know what's going on there. And then, did Matt Mercer convert you to Daggerheart? No. I did play some Daggerheart. I've dived and dabbled into the system. Daggerheart. Oh, wait. Oh, another cool thing happened. Wait a second. I forgot this part of the story. There we go. I met them. I met the Daggerheart team. That is the Spencer and Rowan. Spencer is the dude right there, and Rowan is those are the two developers. I knew them. I did not know him. He's the main art dude right there. I do not remember his name. It was like, we said it at the time, but he's the lead art of Daggerheart, and those are the two game designers, the two lead game designers of Daggerheart. So that was crazy. I got to talk with them, and cool thing, I was like, they were doing this like book signing thing, so then I was like, okay, cool. I'll just, there's like 3 people in line, so I like sat in line, I was waiting, and then got to me, I was like, hey guys, I was like, I don't know if you know who I am, but I wanted to, and before I could even say like, I think it's what Joe's doing, I couldn't even say anything. They go, DC20, let's go. And I was like, okay. So they do know. So it was cool. Like, the creators of Daggerheart knew who DC20 was. Like the game, and or myself in the game, and that whole thing. Like, it was cool to know that a fellow game designer knew of our fellow work. Like, I knew, I have a good pulse check and all of that for obvious reasons, and I guess they do too. So it was super cool. They were super nice. I wish, and like, we both wanted to be like, oh man, we could talk for so long, but we're like standing in a book signing line, and I didn't even have my book with me. My book's over there. I do have it. It's literally back there. But it was cool to chat with them. And, rub elbows and be like, you guys are killing it. Like, good job and stuff. They went in a direction, and I think it's an epic big swing. They took that more narrative, more all that kind of stuff. And I went in this direction. Super awesome, right? Super awesome. So heck yeah. That was super cool to be able to kind of meet face to face people who are doing similar things. You know what I'm saying? Heck yeah. So yeah, there's that. And then fixed it, new icon. There we go. So Liam, you can fix your name. I don't know how you fix it, but Liam fixed it. So there we go. Roll with us DMs. We have 2 DC20 campaigns going right now. Both parties are level 5. Let's go. One party's almost level 6. That made me wonder, what is the highest level of DC20 that you have run as a test or in a campaign? All of the stuff that we've like if I've ran the things I've ran with actual human people is level 4, because that's what's out for the game right now. What I've ran and tested with like crunching numbers and those types of things is level 10 and beyond, like all that kind of stuff. There's tons of stuff that's happening, and a lot of those play tests is more like like literal like scientific tests and mathematical tests and like charts and reference points for like stamina curves and mana curves over time at each different level, and when we're shifting some things around. So like that's all a lot more like theoretical, and like me even just running out things of just playing with those numbers. But I don't think it is worth my best time. I think that was a weird sentence. To be like, I'm gonna make level 7 characters and monsters and go for it. Like we need to be building up, and then as we continue to build, there's so many different things that we've found and extrapolated into the higher levels, so that those will just be ready and fixed as we go up to them. So I think we're just gonna be able to keep releasing the game higher and higher levels, and it will be fixed because we established the baseline and all the data points as we're balancing all the stuff. There's gonna be some big stamina mana changes from some of the stuff we found, that mana and stamina start to break. Particularly mana started to get really strong, and the damage number started to get really high at past level like 8 and stuff, and we're like, whoa, okay, let's reel that back. And so there's going to be some tuning there, but hopefully that answers the question. So yeah, heck yeah. Jekyll Geek, I'm running my first live session of DC20 in less than 2 weeks in Belleville. Any suggestions for live play opposed to online? Honestly, there's really not. Like I don't really play online that much, so I might not even be the best person to ask that too, just because I mainly play in person. Even at conventions, I play in person. So only really like the YouTuber one shots I play online. So in person, maybe have some action tracker help. You know, I usually have like 4 beads. You can give them some colored beads or colored D20s, or there's some things you can do for some tangible things there. But that's really, I mean, other than that, that's the only thing I'd say. Unless you're specifically running certain adventures, I could give you some tips. Do a spell duel. That's super fun. Gonna straight and record Brennan's game? No. I have a longer stance or thought on why I don't record Brennan games. I'm not trying to make content out of Brennan. I just want to play the game with Brennan, show Brennan a game that I think he truly would love better than Dungeons and Dragons. And so far in talking with him, the changes I've made have all been improvements to Dungeons and Dragons. So things have been looking good in that regard. But I'm not trying to make content out of him. I just want him to be able to relax, be himself, not have to be on camera, be able to turn off and just play a game. So I just for the sake of him, I'm prioritizing his experience over like me trying to get content of him playing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why I never even think of recording. I don't even want to, right? And then Xfornia Afarinaxa. Mr. Coach, I missed this. I missed you guys being able to kind of chat and hydration checks. Huh? Heck yeah, I missed you guys. Thanks, dude. Zagard, Bumpy, Saint Camber, and myself saw that there was a meeting of the evil minds. We're getting an update. We're getting updated on the story. It's been a while. And attempted to break in and find an ancient artifact of supreme intelligence to learn Kathungo Unste's weaknesses. Oh, we are doing investigation now to find out the BBEG's weaknesses. I love it. I love it. My players in my campaign right now are about to meet the BBEG for a second time, but they'll realize that it's actually for the second time, and they might think it's for the first time. Who knows? Super exciting there. And then we're about to meet Shakundo de Unste's weaknesses too. And then Brandon, there's the 50 gifted memberships. Thank you, dude. And you may share. Yep. And then Liam, Mr. Coach Liam from Capybaras Are Awesome News. I've heard rumors of there being a 21st character path for DC20 and an option where you don't have a class. Can you comment? Holds mic up. So in DC20, as far as level 21, you already can't, like, the ability to go from level 10 to 20 is the same as from 20 to 30. The prestige paths you could just do again, and that's why I made them that way. Not so that you could play level 30, but it's purposely opens up to be modular. As you keep playing at those higher levels, I imagine DC20 will work in a similar fashion to how D&D works. That's the idea. Like, in my mind, DC20 and Dungeons and Dragons are kind of like a 1-to-1 as far as levels go, I imagine most campaigns in DC20 will end around level 10, maybe level 12, you know. And in D&D, all the data shows the average campaign, average character goes from 8 to 12. Somewhere in that range is where it stops. So that's kind of going to be what DC20 does as well. So cool, you know what I'm saying? I wanted the past 10 experience to be like a prestige type situation where you can kind of keep going, and you could do it again if you wanted to, absolutely. And then a class list options, there will be a future expansion release of DC20 where that is embraced in some way, shape, or form. So stay tuned for that. Kind of yes to both if you want to, the short answer there. And then Fuigan, do we have a follower minimum to get an affiliate link? My group has a small YouTube channel, the Gilliard Group, and we are starting a new DC20 campaign. If not, how can I get one? Anyone can be a DC20 influencer link. Email support at thedungeoncoach.com, support at thedungeoncoach.com, or thedungeoncoach at thedungeoncoach.com. Very great email right there. Email that and you'll get set up easily. No issues. There's no minimum. There's no walls you have to climb over. I got you. That's super exciting, super cool that you're even doing that. Heck yeah. The No Leak. It's Ralorus. What? Oh, I see the image and the No Leak. I don't know why everyone's names is so weird right now. It's Ralorus. A ton of fun at DC20 area PvP. Loved that all our classes were so different, not coordinated. The build was really super OP, well balanced. Yes, it was super cool to see everybody. And there was 8 people there. And after I was like, I knew some things that would be like, all right, this is the most broken thing you could do, which is kind of an unfair advantage in like making the game. I know like, oh, these are the things that are currently kind of broken and needing tuning right now. And I could just be like, I'm going to use them. But of the 8 players playing, 0 of them overlapped classes. Everybody wanted to play a different class in PvP. I thought that speaks volumes to DC20 that everyone on their own, secretly planning away from each other, just happened to fall into all of the classes. Like no duplicates. It was crazy. And Scott's other character was going to be like a cleric druid mix, and no one did cleric or druid either. So it was just so well balanced. It was super cool to see that. Heck yeah, Rowlers. And then Samir. A while back, you said you were going to talk to Bailey Wiki about getting DC20 magazine content into Foundry. Any word on how that's going? Yeah, that's still the plan. Absolutely. They're ingesting DC20 stuff. In fact, I'll make a note right here. Bailey Wiki. I'm just gonna type in Bailey Wiki message, right? And I'll just check in with Bailey Wiki. But yeah, I haven't talked to him since Gen Con. But he's all that's still a green light and a go, and we want to do all those things. So that's all yes. I'll definitely talk and poke and see what's going on there. So thanks for the reminder there, Samir, for me to be like, hey, you want to do some more stuff? I don't know what's going on. So I got you. And then Onyx Studios with a $100 super chat, dude. I just want to thank you and the dev team and the entire Foundry VTT work in DC20 so far. It's been amazing. I love everything that's been going for DC20. Thank you and all the updates. It's been, oh my gosh, Onyx Studios. Oh my gosh, dude. Thank you, dude. I try to keep you guys updated. I try to support anyone that's making content for DC20. I mean, the Foundry team, Bailey Wiki and his team, Patrick, have been crushing it. Even I've seen some stuff recently from some of the other people on Foundry that are making extra stuff for DC20. There's like a monster builder out right now that's like so many cool things, and I'm just over here clapping. I'm like, let's go, let's keep pushing it, let's keep it going. Give the people what they want, right? Heck yes. Oh man, I love that. And then thank you, Onyx Studios. You're amazing. And then Jester King Clown sent 20 gifted memberships. Thank you, Jester. He's not joking around with those super chats. See what I did there? Oh my gosh. And then Wheeler from Bardic Aggravation with a $34.80 super chat. Coach, forgot to mention that the mini campaign's gonna be This is not true what Wheeler's about to say. He said the campaign is going to be strip DC20. I could only imagine that means when you get hit, you have to take an article of clothing off. I feel like that would be I would just make a character that's just the highest armor class possible, like the highest defense you can get. And I would just parry everything. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. We're not doing that, just for the record, everybody. But I mean, maybe that would be in a thumbnail or something, and then people be like, "What?" That's funny. You're wild, Wheeler. Roll with us, DMs. Thank you, Coach. Amazingly detailed answer. Let's go. I am notoriously detailed. I can't help myself. Thanks, dude. And then Jester, 10 more memberships. Before I could even finish thanking for the memberships, he did it again. Let's go. Wait, Onyx, that is your monster generator? Dude, I was literally talking to Patrick about it. Oh my gosh, I was literally talking to Patrick about it. I'm pulling it up right here. Where's Patrick? There's Patrick. Let me see. Check this out. Oh, whoa. Here we go. Whoa. Monster. Whoa. What's happening? All right. There we go. Hold up. Check it out. Look at this.
It's Bailey Wiki, and we got another
Look at this. What's happening?
Here. I've got,
can you see? All right. Let me pull this up. We're diving into it. Check it out.
Guest on, back again.
So, monster generator. Putting in the monster generator.
Like, can we do something?
Oh, that looks super cool.
So if we want,
and then they're like showcasing it. This is a whole video on Bailey Wiki's channel.
You can grab something from here, like.
But like, there's you can just make a monster in like the simplest, easiest way possible. Free summons. Oh, what else we got here? Expanded resistances.
Anything in the biography.
Oh, look at that.
It's now going to be level 4.
And you can change it to level and it scales and stuff. Oh my gosh, yeah. So it's super freaking cool. So yeah, that's awesome. That's Bailey Wiki's video. I'm gonna link that video in the. How can I? Yeah, we go. Could copy. I'm gonna link it in the chat. There we go. I'm gonna link it in the chat right now. Yeah, it's super cool to see people. I didn't know, Onyx. I didn't know that was yours. I did not put those 2 and 2 together. That's freaking awesome. And that's what's also awesome. Passionate people making stuff for DC20. That's crazy. Also, I finally revealed my taxes for downtime system to my 2 different groups of players. None of them said they hated it yet. They've all, for the most part, said they either A, like it, or was confused, never looked the time over. Oh, Zagard, that's the taxes for downtime. The thing you mentioned that was like, ooh, be careful. But none of them hated it. None of them have hated it yet. There you go, Zagard. There you go. Way to talk to your players about it. Love that. And then Simon Argent. Can we get a spell progress update? So spell progress. There is not a bigger update on it since Gen Con, because everything leading up to Gen Con was preparing for the Brennan Lee Mulligan playtest that fell through. So that is sad. I do have a one-shot now to produce from it. I have a one-shot now and a really cool monster. So that's going to eventually be turned into a one-shot that I'm going to give to you guys and stuff. That is the biggest thing I was working on leading up to Gen Con. So I did not work on any spells because I'm literally working on the Brennan Lee Mulligan one-shot that was finally approved and then fell through. Ah, dang. And then finished up the family vacation, came back, and then I've been playing catch up, and now I'm finally caught up as of yesterday. So yeah, that's the spell update. Sadly, is the pivot to Brennan Lee Mulligan one shot prepping, and then there you go. Right? Oh, Liam. Oh, we'll see about that. And then also I do the Patreon live streams every single week. So I probably can do how about this? I'll do a spell progress update next week on a live stream, because I'll actually have had time to do more things there, right? And there'll be more beefy of an update, right? They pour a light. Any update on .10? It's been a dry season for news. Wait, and that also checks out with everything that I was just saying about Gen Con. This also kind of happens across the board. Is Gen Con is just a beast. The process of preparing for it, literally leaving, going there, being there. I'm literally not working on DC20 those like 5 days of Gen Con, and then there's the prep for it and all that kind of stuff. So absolutely, there was a absolute pause on me doing stuff for DC20, specifically with .10 spells. I was doing many other things that only I can do for DC20. Otherwise, like I've just been saying, but the team, the dev team, has been hard at work, and we have our first meeting back this Thursday as well. So that'll all be flying back again, and then we'll springboard back and all of that. So hopefully all that makes sense. So anyway, what else we got? And then there's that. Okay, so the next question. Liam says, give us the D&D 2024 rant. We'll see. We have Demi Plane update. Did I miss it? I don't know if I'm allowed to show you guys the Demi Plane. I don't know if I'm allowed to show you guys Demi Plane. So I will update you guys on Demi Plane. I should have said that too. I was sent the visuals for the character builder and the DC20, they call it a nexus. All the different things are called like a nexus, like the home of the thing there. I was sent the nexus for DC20, and it looks gorgeous. It looks crazy cool. So I gave them my feedback, and we're going to be talking about it here soon. So it is coming through the pipeline, and it looks gorgeous. Like, they have their own art they're adding in there along with the art that we have. Oh man, it's so cool. So I don't think I'm allowed to show the stuff because how we have like a dual NDA like with each other. Like, they can't announce the DC20 stuff. Like, they can announce things on their end that's just them, and I can announce things on my end that's just me. But like the specific overlap, I was like, we're gonna talk about it. So I'm not gonna share it yet until we're ready to reveal. But that's gonna be super cool. And then Afari Noxa says break the NDA. JK. Oh man. So okay. So the thing I'll say first, actually, I'll say the D&D 2024. D&D 24, I'm not trying to bash D&D. I mean, I feel like I'd be hitting them while they're down. They're already taking so many L's right now from so many different things. I think it's crazy that I'm playing D&D 2024. First of all, it's such a crazy... Why is it not just 6th edition so we can all talk about it, or 5.5? They got to be able to call it something. Saying a year is wild to me, and now we have to refer to the original as a 2014. It's crazy. Multiple times while playing 2024, the people like either didn't know the 2024 rule or preferred the 2014 rule, and like would like pick and choose things to use from 2024, and then like, yeah, we'll just use the 2014 rule for this because it's better. And yeah, it was I made a character and I tried to do cool things. I was constantly really not able to, and my turns were just like somewhat lackluster for me trying to do very creative things. It was still fun. I was still doing things and role playing and all that kind of stuff. The group was great. The game master was great. Story was great. All those things. Loved it. But I was like, I was dying inside because I was like, oh my gosh, if I could just, what I wanted to do is like get with the game master, show him DC20, and then have him run DC20 for the group and do it again and run it back, because there's just so many cool things where like a social skill challenge would have been cool here, exploration skill challenge here, the combat of what we were trying to do and the cool different mechanics that we could, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? So obviously I'm biased, but it was definitely just not for me. The weapon system and other things, and there's some game design notes that I would like. There's some sins in game design where you just don't do certain things, and there's like 3. So yeah, it wasn't for me. And I am glad that I did not just stay in my box of 5e content creator, homebrew content guy, and then I would be having to create homebrew. I would have had job security if I were to just keep making homebrew content for 2024, because there's lots of things I would change. So that's, I guess, good job security there because people want changes. But oh yeah, so there's my nice 2 cents there, and that's probably what I'll maybe refer to, because I don't really want to. It does feel bad jabbing, and I'm not trying to do jabs, but I wouldn't be here without D&D. I love the whole hobby and all the people, but you get the idea. Hopefully y'all see where I'm coming from. So anyway, let DC Crit use DC20 art. I already sent it to him, Liam. Easy, Liam. Liam's trying to start a revolution. I literally emailed DC Crit. I met the dude in person. He's awesome. Freaking gave him multiple hugs. Awesome dude, and he already has all the art. So nice try, Liam. I see what you see. I'm one step ahead of you this time, Liam. Haha. Reverse D&D rant. D&D. glaze them up. There we go. Break the Indian. Okay, so I have all those now. All right, cool. Now we're back. And then I want to double check here. I want to go back to. Oh my gosh, we're already in overtime. Here we go. So I'm gonna hit some questions. Where we're at right here. Wolf. We're at August. There we are. Okay, cool. I'm gonna do some overtime questions. Here we go, and then we're gonna do the giveaway. Jason, how can I make this artificer class a paladin? What? Can I make this artificer class a paladin? That's wild. The artificer class is going to be coming out very shortly to Metallic Dragon patrons, and then it's going to be a DC20 magazine probably within the next month or two. So heck yeah. And you could absolutely make an artificer and have them make weapons that are paladin vibe centric and be like an artificer paladin. That'd be very interesting. Will there be a quick draw type maneuver? I don't know if there's a necessarily need for a quick draw maneuver, because already in DC20, as a part of your attack action, you can draw a weapon. If you don't have it weapon drawn, you can already do that. So that's kind of part of the baseline rules. But again, I'm in overtime, and these are fast line questions, and I hate doing fast questions, but I'm trying. Luis, can patrons expect to see the first reviewed spells? Yeah. Oh, when? We not saying when, but yes, as soon as spells slip through the cracks and we're like, oh, okay, cool, this looks like a spell, absolutely, it's going to be hot off the press into the Metallic Dragon patrons early access stuff. That's part of the perks of being there. Jake the Beast, has there been any progress with spells since you were gone? Answer that one. There we go. Flame Master, any spells, class, talent, subclass based around seasons? Yes, there is a druid subclass that's based around seasons, and there is a spell that I want to have based around seasons. Yes, I love that. Question: unique spells of DC20. I'll give you out one sneak peek of a spell. There is a Death Siphon spell where you deal in an area around you, you deal umbral damage to those around you, sucking the life force out of them, and it gives you, the damage you deal gives you a pool of hit points to be able to heal allies with. Super sick. So if you deal like 10 damage collectively around you, you get a pool of 5 health to be able to heal your allies with. Super sick, right? And then any plans to rework Grit? Using it just avoid damages feels like HP when extra steps doesn't feel unique, just HP from might. Right now, I think Grit's awesome. I love the way Grit works. I think that it's a tool in the toolbox. It solves something for charisma. I definitely don't think it's health. You know what I'm saying? I see what you mean by health with extra steps, but it can't be healed. It can't be gained back unless certain mates. It is definitely different, and I think different enough. And the use of utility of being able to have charisma in combat, I think is amazing, and I think that is a great thing for charisma being viable in combat. I think it's one of my, I love that change, and I also love to be able to interact with it in other ways too, whether it be with talents or other subclasses interacting with it or class mechanics interacting with it, etc., etc. So there's that, and then there we go. Now advantage on saves. Originally Skyhelm, Grit was advantage on saves, and then we have changed that, and it could absolutely come back, but actually you can spend Grit points to give yourself advantage on saves. That's already a part of the game, right? Which is also why another reason why I love Grit, and another reason why it's not necessarily health with extra steps, because there is other things you can do for it again, right? Boom. All right, there we go. There's the rundown. Now we're doing a giveaway. Everybody say something in the chat. Right? So now, the other thing I want to make sure to give, because it was a question that was asked multiple times. What I foresee is, because of the Gen Con, the Brennan Lee Mulligan game and things, while I've been doing all that, the team has been hard at work at a lot of stuff, and I've been hacking through lots and lots of things, lots and lots of updates coming. So expect to see a show some rapid fire stuff. Now, if that rapid fire stuff is all spells, then you won't necessarily see that except in the spreadsheet. And I'll show that more. But now with Gen Con out of the way, I am very excited and more fired up than ever from all of this excited to crank out some stuff and show you guys some true spell stuff and get it cranked out in the way that I want to here. Again, I'm not saying any dates. I was about to say some more dates and stuff, right? So big updates coming for sure. And next week I'm going to show some stuff. Yeah. And maneuvers and techniques I might be able to show you all next week. Maybe that's what I show you guys, because there's huge things been done there. So heck yeah. Has there been level 0 talk at Gen Con? Yes, I did talk about some level 0 things in Gen Con. I did a panel. I didn't even say that. I did a panel at Gen Con. I spoke at a panel, and it was the first time I'd ever done that. That was awesome. So many people came to see that. There was like 75, almost 100 people there. Super cool to kind of talk to all that. Some great questions were answered and all this kind of stuff. Or great questions were asked, and I answered them as best I could. Right? It was super cool. It was super cool. So love that too. I can't believe I forgot that was the first thing I did. All right. Anyway, here we go. Winner. Let's see what we got. Winner gets a copy of DC20 and the Monster Starter Pack and all the updates. And if you already have it, you get more stuff. Here it comes. And the winner is Samir. Let's go, Samir. We just chatted. There we go. There we go, Samir. Heck yeah. So, Samir, message the moderators. We'll get you hooked up, set up. And I know you have DC20 already, but we'll get you extra stuff. Heck yeah. At the buzzer, rather than commanders granting HP to allies when they spin SP, have you considered changing it to gaining grip points to allow them the spin SP? Honestly, it was so funny you said that, old PC GM. That is literally something that I've talked about. Literally something that's on some notes for the commander's HP situation, because that's under scrutiny currently, because it is technically not true healing, but it is healing, but I want it to be healing, but I don't want it to be healing. You know what I'm saying? So that is a road that we are talking about, but that's a longer rabbit hole as to why we have not gone down that yet. But there we go. So that is the stream. It's been real nice to come back. It feels great to be back, and I can't wait to show you guys stuff these next couple weeks as we are trying to ramp up now with all the Gen Con stuff out of the way and everything like that. So stay creative. Stay outside the box, y'all. Miss you guys. Peace.